Okay, right, so I want to do a video on this subject, and I think I did one 2 or 3 years ago, but I might have deleted it, and I'm not in a situation where I can even scroll through. I'm on a mobile device, so I'm going to do another one because this subject it keeps coming up, and it keeps getting worse, right? It keeps getting worse year after year. Now, it's this issue of people on social media death posting, this grief that they put up when a pop star dies, when a film star dies, etc, etc. They've always got to be, you know, the first to post the news. Oh, this person's died, I'm so sad. Or Keith Flint from The Prodigy has died. I saw them in Glastonbury 10 years ago. They're amazing. Now I'll never get to see them again. So sad. Blah, blah, blah. Heartbroken with a teary face. They've never mentioned Keith Flint or The Prodigy once in their whole fucking life. Now suddenly they're devastated because Keith Flint from The Prodigy has died. Terry Hall from The Specials has died. Etc, 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 on and on and on. David Bowie, when David Bowie died, they were going crazy. I mean, this is like, it does my head in. My brother, I've spoken to my brother about this, and he says it's a form of virtue signalling, and I guess it is, but it's like, I mean, think about this seriously, right? Think about this seriously. People who do this, they're using somebody else's death to get a dopamine hit. I mean, what are the words? What words would you use to describe that behaviour? They don't give a shit that this person's died. They literally don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Someone in some band died. Boo-hoo. Oh, I saw them. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm so upset. Is the fact that people die like news to people? Is that news? Oh my God, I didn't realise that people died. I remember a guy, sorry, I've got to just find something. 1 second. I remember a guy last year, a year and a half ago, he literally stated on Facebook, and this is a guy, I think he's older than me, he's about 60, 59, 60. He said, he posted, Terry Hall of The Specials, dead. How can this be? Question mark. Well, you're an adult, mate. You know people die, don't you? So, like, you know, at some point, Terry Hall from The Specials is going to die. He's devastated. But just think about it. So these people are making posts about other people dying for dopamine hits. One, I say, you know, it's kind of reprehensible, disgusting behaviour. But also, number two, right, in Tibetan Buddhism, right, they say that when you die, you go into like the bardo, which is like an intermediate stage, like a basically purgatory, an intermediate stage between life and death. You're kind of in a purgatory, your spirit, whatever, you know, the Egyptian ka. You're in this intermediate state, and they're all like a lot of these, you know, religions, and they're numbers. So it's 49 days they claim, yeah. Like in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you're 49 days in the bardo. Now just think, if it's true, and there's this spirit that's in the bardo, and it's suffering. It's sorting out its karma, and it's maybe halfway between this world and the other world. Like the Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis. Maybe it's still walking, it doesn't actually understand it's dead, or it kind of does, or it's in this kind of dreamlike state. And you're in this world as a living person, and you're actually like monopolizing on that person's death for dopamine hits, like insincerely. You're insincerely milking that person's death while they're in an intermediate stage, when, like, who knows what's going on. Just think about that, you know, from I always say a cult, from a perspective of mysticism, spiritually. Think about that, how bad that is. And like, what if you believe in karma, like that's like, you're gonna die and all, you're gonna fucking die. And that behaviour that these people are doing again and again and again, that's going to come back to haunt them. Mark my words. Mark my words. I guess that's all I've got to say on the matter. It's something I think about a lot, because I see it every fucking day with these people. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. They don't give a shit. They wait a day till the dust has settled, and then they never think of that person again. And just while I'm on the subject, I'm just, here's one to watch, right? Here's one to watch. Twice, in the past fortnight, twice, in the very limited amount of people that I've got on Facebook, or that I interact with, or I look at, twice in the past fortnight, I've seen suicide posting for dopamine hits. Now, there's one guy, I fell out with him a while ago because he made disparaging comments about various things that, not about me personally, but I booted him, I unfriended him. But sometimes I see his posts and they come up and people comment, and I kind of get linked into it. Now, he was suicide posting. This is a couple of weeks ago, and I was in two minds, because I don't like this guy, but I kind of felt I was in an actual situation to help him. And he made this post, and it was basically, he didn't actually say I'm going to kill myself, but everything in his post was basically hinting at that. And it was like, paradise awaits, no one loves me, all this stuff. And basically said he was basically indicating that he was suicide posting. And I was like in two minds. Well, I was in three minds. One, I could video call him and say, mate, oi, do you want to chat? We could have a conversation. Two, oh, he's just suicide posting. And three, just fucking ignore him. He's basically created this situation for himself. And guess what? The next day, I checked on his status, when about 30 or 40 people had come onto his thing and said, oh, we love you, we love you. Guess what? Oh, sorry, I was a bit drunk last night. And the very next day after that, he was taking selfies and like bigging himself up, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, look at me. When 48 hours before, he was suicide posting. I mean, that behaviour, that's fucking reprehensible. And another guy I saw 3 days ago was doing the same thing in a slightly different way, but basically suicide posting and saying farewell, it's finished, the end, goodbye forever. And I don't even know this guy, I'm not friends with him, but I saw his post on a group post. And then a day later, he's just posting about something else, like completely random. So I think this could be a growing trend. I've seen it before, but like there's 2 in 2 weeks. So it's like there's something going on with the suicide posting. It's like maybe the death posting about other people's deaths, and the kind of NPC posting and the blue sky posting. It's like that's not enough. It's like now it feels like the real suicide posting is coming in, especially with like my age group. So one to watch. Anyway, this is nearly 10 minutes, so that's the end of that.